How does rent to own actually work, and is it worth it? So you may have been in the market of wanting to actually want to buy a home, but your credit may have not been the best. And so today you're going to learn what rent to own is actually and how can you find out the pros and the cons. So let's first talk about the pros. Some of the pros with actually owning a or attempting to do a rent to own is that one, you don't have to always have the best credit. Typically, landlords they recognize that a rent to own person may not have the best credit, and they're in the process of actually trying to build that credit. With that comes typically, possibly a higher down payment, which is non-refundable. Typically, you another con is that you may actually forfeit the down payment. Okay, and sometimes the landlord may actually say this is not a down payment, but this is actually a deposit. So it just depends on the landlord. It just depends on the rules in your area. All laws in different areas are different, so you need to make sure that you seek a legal professional before you actually venture into doing a rent to own. Some of the other pros to actually doing a rent to own is that it actually is going to allow you to build your credit. All right. So building your credit is something that's very important, not just for a rent to own home, but anything in life is going to require, if you're trying to make it in life and do better and obtain wealth, credit is going to be one thing. So you want to make sure that you pay your bills on time and that you try and maintain whatever it is that you've actually purchased. All right, so some of the other pros that may actually exist is that you don't actually have to go to a bank. You're actually working with a person who is going to be handling those payments for you. And so you may have a little bit more of a leniency there if you decide to do a rent to own. Another thing is that it's going to allow you to lock in the purchase price. All right. So once you agree on a particular figure, then that is going to be the amount that the landlord is going to expect you to pay. You must pay on time. You may actually risk losing the home if you miss a payment. That money that you paid up front is going to be lost. It is non-refundable, and you're out of the house. Not only are you out of the house, but you're also out of your money. So don't get it unless you can actually afford it. Also, you may overpay for the actual house. So market prices may actually drop unbeknownst to the landlord, or they may actually make you overpay because they know the situation. So it just depends. It's not that necessarily that they're taking advantage of you, but they're taking a risk on you because you have bankruptcies or you have previous pre-foreclosures or you have this and that. So don't think that everybody's trying to take advantage of you. We have as a landlord a higher risk of taking a risk on you by allowing you to stay in the house, possibly tear up the house, and actually have more problems than what we were actually bargaining for. I will be having training classes for those of you who are interested in investing in real estate. Feel free to drop a line down in the comments that says training, and I'll be glad to send you information on my upcoming training classes. Please make sure that you subscribe and comment and feel free to ask any questions. I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks for watching and talk to you soon.